What is good, credit people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bob Lamb. And in today's video, I just wanted to give a little appreciation to Lil Baby, who is undeniably the MVP of 2020. Like, I thought it was Lil Uzi Vert, since considering, you know, he was probably getting hella streams throughout all of 2020, especially dropping all the way in March and still getting, I don't even know, 80K second week for Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 2 and 300K the first week. Not to mention, he dropped a whole ass another project, a collab tape with Future, Pluto, Baby Pluto, that ended up selling like 105K or 120K. So you would think that dude, you know, racked up as more streams than anybody else, even more than NBA Youngboy, because prior to that, NBA Youngboy seemed to be the MVP of 2020 with the most streams on you know, Spotify or YouTube or any of the platforms. And then a whole bunch of other people were coming up, like the Kid Laroi is passing Lil Baby, passing Lil Uzi Vert. He's honestly going up. Like, I can't even hate. Now, I don't listen to his music, y'all know that from Twitter and Instagram, but you know, 2021 may be Kid Laroi's year, but this one is undeniably Lil Baby's. We found out some new information on Lil Baby's album My Turn, which actually dropped in February, I might add. So, you know, maybe this is a little biased, considering, you know, in February he would have the highest chance, or one of the highest chances, that is, unless there was another person or another rapper that dropped in January, to get the most streams in 2020, since, like, say Playboi Carti dropped in December, like 5 days before the year ends. So of course he's not going to get the most streams in 2020, but you know, in 2021 he might get that. Probably not, because he's more niche of a rapper, but still, Lil Baby My Turn ends 2020 as the #1 best-selling album of the year in the US in total units. So I think this is probably the biggest W for Lil Baby. I think you can consider him the MVP of 2020 if you have the #1 selling album for so many consecutive weeks in 2020. Like, you own that shit, and that means, like, you have every single song getting millions of streams every single week, even more than Drake, even though he only dropped a mixtape. And then there's so many other bigger rappers, Travis Scott, Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, as I mentioned before, that, you know, and maybe even The Weeknd as well, and he's not even a rapper, he's a pop star. There's like Taylor Swift, there's fucking BTS. I don't know how many Americans are listening to BTS on all these streaming platforms, but still, like, Lil Baby pulling through for the rap community. I think this is also a designator, if that's even a word, that hip-hop is taking over pop music. It's the most popular genre, popular genre in the world at this point, or at least in the US. But we got some more statistics as to who else could be considered the MVP. Now, I still think undeniably it's Lil Baby, but we go on the best-selling albums. Shout out Hot Freestyle and Chart Data for providing the information. We got Pop Smoke, who also, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was the second best-selling album of 2020. We're talking about all genres here, people. Like Taylor Swift, I mean, then again, Taylor Swift, I think she dropped her album more recently than Pop Smoke, which was in April, something like that. Sometime this spring, I believe, or summer. Maybe it was summer. But still, the fact that Pop Smoke, you know, he's not even here to promote his own music, still, it's crazy how dude blew up after he passed away. I know a lot of people say, like, after you pass away, like, that's the biggest promotion, and it's a lot of fake love. But what death really does is it puts a spotlight on you for, say, a week or two, but that doesn't guarantee that you're gonna get listeners and streams for the whole year. Again, he passed away so long ago, like, I don't even know, in this spring, March maybe, and still, so for people to continue listening to his music, that must mean that he had some sort of talent or brand that's, I don't know, people gravitated to. So it's still definitely a big W for Pop Smoke. And then we had Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Juice WRLD, Let Us Never Die. Juice WRLD was, of course, going to be on this list. He probably will. Apparently, he had like the most, he had some sort of statistic with Let Us Never Die and his last album, or not even Death Race for Love, it was Goodbye and Good Riddance. Had like the 2 albums on the Hot 100 or something, or maybe top 10 albums this year. I don't know what it was, but he passed away as well late last year in 2019 December, so of course he's gonna have a best-selling album, but I think that will continue. Then we have Lil Uzi Vert, our boy, Eternal Atake, ended up selling 300K first week, which was killer. You know, The Weeknd beat him, I think, with like 500 or 400K first week, but still Eternal Atake was putting on for the for the rap genre. Honestly, Uzi was actually beating Lil Baby at first, because Lil Baby released his album in February, but in the long term it looked like Uzi just had a lot of hype for Eternal Atake, whereas Lil Baby had the continued and sustained stream. So that's why it's a bigger W for Lil Baby in 2020, as much as I hate to say it, because I honestly like Lil Uzi Vert more than Lil Baby, and y'all know that. Roddy Ricch, The Box was carrying him, not gonna lie, with, I don't know what this album stands for, but that was dropped in 2019 as well. And then we got our last statistic of most streamed artists in Spotify history, which brings in our boy Drake, who in 2021 is probably gonna come through with the biggest W, and I would think the most streamed album in 2021, just like Lil Baby, because if he's dropping in January, then he has the most time in 2021 to accrue or accumulate the most streams, just like Lil Baby did with a February drop of My Turn. And Certified Lover Boy is actually an album, whereas Dark Lane demo tapes that Drake dropped in 2020 with Pain 1993 and Playboi Carti, I might add, that was just a mixtape and wasn't promoted. It was actually a lot of leaks and snippets that Drake just wanted to drop for the fans, I believe. But Certified Lover Boy, I don't think any of us have actually heard a thing. So yeah, but anyway, all in all, Lil Baby killing it. It's actually crazy how much he came up. Gunna like taught him how to rap back in the day, and then all of a sudden Lil Baby just shot up and surpassed Gunna like tenfold. It's crazy. No hate towards Gunna, by the way, but Lil Baby really killing the game right now. So that's all I wanted to say. 2021 gonna be even crazier of a year than 2020, considering we got a lot of issues to solve that weren't solved in 2020, like COVID and the vaccine, and we're getting our economy back. A lot of stuff is gonna go online. Maybe these virtual performances will have to continue, like we watched last night with Playboi Carti. By the way, the reaction was blocked. So, Lil Baby might have to be performing virtual tours, but his streaming numbers are beastly. So I don't think he got to worry about money no time soon. Let me know in the comments who you think was MVP of 2020, and I'll see y'all soon with another video. Peace out, credit people. Know what I'm saying?